Hindi raw pangkaraniwan ang pagpapa-courtesy resignation sa buong gabinete ng isang Pangulo sa kalagitnaan ng kanyang termino. Pag-usapan natin ito kasama si Attorney Edwin Lacerda. Siya po ay presidential spokesperson noong panahon ni dating Pangulong Noynoy Aquino. Marami pong salamat sa inyong oras, Attorney.
Gandang hapon, Cheryl.
Ayun nga po, hindi pangkaraniwan sa gitna ng termino. Ano po ang nakikita ninyong posibleng motibo, layunin sa likod ng hakbang na ito?
For context lang, panahon po ni Pangulong Pinoy, hindi po kami nagkaroon ng major cabinet revamp. No? I agree, tama naman na this is in response. Sa totoo lang, this is in response to sa poor elections results ng administration. No? Mismo sinabi na rin ni Pangulong Marcos na government is very slow to respond. So talagang kasama na rin to ng pag-pivot niya kasi he recognizes that there is a problem. He recognizes also that the people seem to be distant from him, and bungad na rin to, kasama na rin to ng mga survey results niya nung where he dropped by, I think if it's not SWS or Pulse Asia, by 17 points, no? Malaki talaga ang drop niya. So these are all indicators na talagang he has to do something about it, that people are not responding to him. Naging malaking issue rin dito yung panay ang bangayan nila, at least ang Comms Department, with Vice President Sara Duterte and the ill-timed ICC arrest. Imbis na isabi lahat ng ginagawa ng gobyerno, natali sila sa defending themselves on the actions of the on the ill-timed ICC arrest. So, if you notice, top of mind lahat ngayon sa gobyerno, sa media, ang issue ng mga Duterte. What does that mean? You're not controlling the battlefield. You're not controlling the narrative. You're being defensive. And nasabi ko na ito several times na defensive ka. Ano ang panlaban mo? Ang panlaban ng ating comms, ng gobyernong comms, is legality. Ito illegal. Ano ang sinasabi ni Vice President Sara? Inapi yung tatay ko. How do you combat, or how do you answer back when the other side is just appealing to emotions, appealing to empathy? And we Filipino people are so emotional, are so mas they're swayed by this can happen to my father, nangyayari ito sa presidente, how much more if it happens to me? Yung mga ganong klaseng correlation. No? So talagang walang control doon sa narrative talaga. And that's why the messaging framework of the government has been eaten up by the constant defense on that particular incident. Nag-snowball yun dito sa that reflected on the performance on the midterm elections. And because of that, I think tama ang ginawa ni Pangulong Marcos na we're going to do a refresh. Kumbaga, i-refresh the page mo. So ayusin natin, baguhin natin, and let's show to the next 3 years that we are a very responsive administration. We will answer the needs and the concerns of the Filipino people. Yan naman talaga ang kanyang stakeholder ang taong bayang nag-elect sa kanya. So, kung tanong mo kung ano ang dapat mga ahensya na papalitan, simple, not just food security, ano ba ang talagang departamento ang parating lumalapit ang taong bayan? Simple, all the frontline departments. DSWD, DOH, DepEd, lahat ng mga frontline departments, kasi yun ang sinasabi ng tao, hindi namin nararamdaman ang ginagawa nyo. Kung ang departments mo are very slow to respond, are very slow to answer the needs of the people, these are the people who will say talagang the government is insensitive or mabagal kumilos. And tama naman ang assessment ni Pangulong Marcos. On the other agencies, gumagalaw, pero talagang, like for instance, ang DPWH, talagang matagal yung mga yan. Ang work done there, no? Kaya talaga ang kailangan mong ayusin talaga, tutukan ng pansin, ang yung mga frontline departments talaga. Yan ang first and foremost ayusin. Yung sinabi nga ni Ranjit na food security, that's DA. Di ba? Ang kailangan ayusin yung mga tumatama sa what we call kitchen table issues. Ayusin yan. Kasi, ganda nga ngayon, bumagsak na. This is the example. Bumaba ang presyo, and yet, bagsak ang numbers ni Pangulong Marcos. And apart from the frontline departments, I think the comms department has to
Ayun.
reframe their messaging.
Ayun,
Kasi
I was gonna ask that, yung messaging is also very important. Sabi nyo nga po, Attorney Lacheda. So sa tingin nyo, kailangan din ng revamp, though yan yung mga unang lumalabas na balita din, ano, na parang tatamaan nga dito sa balasahan ang Communications Department.
I think it should be because ang problema lang sa comms kasi everybody knows how to communicate, feeling nila everybody's a comms expert. So, but the situation is ang comms kasi, like I've always said during my time in government, ang key performance indicator ng comms department isa lang ang approval rating ng pangulo. Yun lang, that basis, are you doing well or not? So, doon pa lang sa KPI na yan, medyo tagilid na yung comms. They should have acknowledged early on, this is not working. We're losing the battlefield. We're losing the narrative. We have to pivot. That's why, central to, if your frontline departments are doing good, pero your messaging is not telling the people, ito ang ginagawa ng mga kada ahensya ng gobyerno. How do you expect people to do that? Lalo na ngayon, social media. Ang daling i-disseminate yung messaging at madali ring mag-disseminate ng fake news, di ba? So, anong ginagawa ng comms department in that regard? Doon, I think, is a very crucial pillar in increasing the performance, the numbers of the president, the numbers of the administration. Plus, very chaotic. Medyo, ang sinasabi talaga dyan is dapat you should have a boring administration so that the economy can do good and we're addressing all the people. Pero ganito, pinapasukan ng ingay, ng politika, na I'm sure bilang isang, if I'm a government official, ayoko na masyadong controversy sa politika kasi government is by default, defensive yan Ikaw mag-defense. Kaya ano yung pang-offensa mo? Accomplishments of the government. Anong ginagawa ng Pangulo? That should have been highlighted talaga. So malaking issue yan.
So ito po sa tingin nyo ay talagang makakatulong o napapanahon. Sabi, unusual pero sa kabuuan na performance at result nga po ng reaksyon ng taong bayan ay tama lang. Yung naging kung sino man ang nag-advise or talagang galing po kay Pangulo ito na talagang maghain ng courtesy resignation sa lahat ng cabinet members.
If I were the advisor to the president, in fact, I've said this in private circles, he should really revamp the cabinet. Because it's a refresh. Parang kung sa atin, let's start all over again, let's start fresh again.